AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's a special Thanksgiving Day presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
The pass.
The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
The tackle made at the 20.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
2 yards on the play. First down, Philadelphia.
On play action, they'll throw. And his throw is incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Eagles nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Third down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But, boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game. And you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Oh, nice move at midfield. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. 32-yard. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Good. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. 17-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. The numbers for Sanders last week, 15 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown. And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Cowboys have recovered.
The quarterback sacked.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands. And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Intended for number.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back to throw now on 1st down. Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it? Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it? Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
8 yards on the
more muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter. Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling. Well, I can tell you. And he's going to go down again.
Quarterback sack. A loss of 6 yards.
He is racking the sacks up. Charles, 5 last week, now 2 here. I don't care what they've done in scheme. It's not working. I mean, you can do it all day long, all night long. They did it all week, and it hasn't worked. And in fact, on that last sack, I thought I saw him drop a Pro Bowl ballot at the feet of the quarterback and say, here's a 10 right in my name. He keeps playing like this, he'll be dropping those ballots from a plane above the city.
At their own 31-yard line.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Eagles have recovered.
The pass.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free. Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive player. The defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Forced out to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
The kicker on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down.
12. And an Eagle first down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
down. And 10 yards to go.
And this is caught off the deflection. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 21 yards away. As his guys continue to pour it on.
Brandon, we're not even out of the first quarter yet, and that's his third receiving touchdown of the game. Tremendous job, and I think this might come under the heading of when someone has a hot hand, you've got to keep going back to him.
And on the defensive side, they better figure something out quickly.
Yeah, I think that no matter what, you've got to do something to slow him down. I don't care if it's double or triple coverage. Make someone else emerge because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. He's got his man on the crossing route. First down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll run on first down. Sanders. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. Pushing tacklers aside. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Oh, boy. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for two. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. We're not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. This may be one of the best stretches of defensive football that I've seen. I don't know about you, 5 sacks last week, now 3 here in this affair.
I would agree with that, and I've enjoyed watching the skill that's gone into it. You can see the intelligence.
And the pressure gets to him again. Jalen Smith getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And taken right at the 35. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from him, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
45-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They're going to look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Switch up.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Now a carry for Sanders. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jalen Smith, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Now, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He's going to let it go again. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 46 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st down, Philadelphia.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 35-yard.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Here's a toss coming right. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
14. And an Eagle first down.
Now Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Sanders.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
And 8 yards to go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
And it's 4th.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player of the year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. Here's a toss coming right. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
2-yard line.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Intended for
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 3.
3 yards to go.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
Hey, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And now running right through him. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history. And
you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And 1.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Quickly finding Rager. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through.
The kick is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is some...
It got his man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
And he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play and 2 more for good measure. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving once again from our gang here in Orlando to yours. We'll get back to AT&T Stadium in a minute, but first, let's take a look at what's coming up later this holiday weekend. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as they'll get set to tangle with the Minnesota Vikings. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on the Houston Texans. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the Cleveland Browns and the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He's going to take another shot here. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Cowboys add on.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The Cowboys now will once again go for 2. Here's a toss coming right. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before you can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want.
And now look at him go. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devin Duvernay, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use than that. And one play, 75 yards end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
That return gets all the way to midfield, so we know the field position is absolutely flipped at this point. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I might think about blitz.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 50 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
Where they moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
To Zach Ertz.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Back to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Second and long. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he connects with Ertz. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st down.
They go back to the ground with Sanders and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Open man is Duvernay.
The pass. Complete to Devin Duvernay. A gain of 6 yards. And
this will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They'll give him a yard on the play. 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
complete.
Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point good by Hopkins. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
He's going to try and go deep again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Reagor with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just...
And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's kept the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. This ball complete to Rager. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. Back to throw again. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jalen Smith in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now a handoff looking right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work. So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
It's a gain of 5. And it'll bring up a 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cowboys' 16-yard line.
Buying time to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
On the scramble.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Philadelphia.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Don't let him breathe.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if you're...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
There's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. Finding the end zone yet again as his guys continue to pour it on. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Stay with your man.
Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
And an Eagle first down.
Don't get nervous. Mike 35, Mike 35.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down. This far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
He's going to fire one deep. Middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They click so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way. Around. This offense has been really good in this one.
And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. Here's a toss coming right. Powerful running. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll check on his status when we get back. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
and down he goes. Jalen Smith leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jalen Smith drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Fielded at about the 28. And shutting him off, now open field. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. 72 yards on the punt return. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. So now, yet again, the Cowboys are going to line up here to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
They're on 25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They'd go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them. Gets big yardage.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And he's going to go down again.
Quarterback sack. A loss of 6 yards. And it's
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 4. Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even in the passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Philadelphia.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, and they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 8 yards to go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You just tried to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because they're A lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
And 2 yards to go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Recovered by the defense.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
That good for 19 at a first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Here's a toss coming right. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
A gain of 12.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Sanders has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the